unit is made up of 10 lessons. Lesson 1 is on nutrition, Lesson 2 is on hygiene, Lesson 3 is on physical fitness, Lesson 4 is on sexual education, Lesson 5 is on communication skills, Lesson 6 is on anger/conflict resolution, Lesson 7 is on relationships, Lesson 8 is on mental health, Lesson 9 is on self-esteem, and Lesson 10 is on goal setting. This lesson was basically about just mock interviewing. And so we'll talk about career goals and what they want to be, and also interviewing skills. And the teacher might want to just say, so what would you look like when you go into an interview, and maybe make a small list of some things. And then you will break the students up into pairs and give each pair 2 lists of questions. And so the first time around, one student will be the interviewee and the other student will be the interviewer. And so they will ask a list of mock interview questions. So why do you want this job? Things like that. And then they will switch places, and then the person that was the interviewee would be the interviewer the next time. And so then the teacher would go around looking at the different answers that the students were giving, and then come back all together, and then they would do a constructive criticism. So she would be like, well, you answered this, but this probably would have been a better answer for you. And then they'll just discuss the positives and negatives about what they said during the interview.
And the last lesson was a goal setting activity, and it's actually the lesson that we put in the packets. And the first lesson was what do I want to be when I grow up, bell ringer, and there's 4 or 5 questions, and it was did you want to go to college, what do you want to be when you grow up, what's one thing that you can do better. And then we talked about goal setting, and I know in our Monday night class he always talks about SMART goals, and on this sheet it lists 2 different types of like goal setting methods, and it's the SAFE goals and the SMART goals, and they would basically talk about those, go over those, and then they could choose a method that would work best for them. And then they did a raising the bar group activity, which is where you have a bar on the floor and you can only use 1 finger from each hand, and they would have to set a goal for themselves for how high they wanted the bar to go. Their fingers can't leave the bar, so they would do the activity, and then each time they would set a new goal, and then at the end of the activity would talk about how goal setting affected them. Did it motivate them more when they set a goal? Things like that. And then they would have to fill out a sheet just about their long-term and short-term goals. I think I only had them do like 1 short-term goal, and then they had to write what the goal was, and then steps that they would do to complete that goal, and then they would have to write a long-term goal, and then the steps that they would take to complete that goal over time.